Hey, guys. Hey, everyone on Facebook land. How are you guys doing? I am Altovise Pelzer, and this is another episode of the Speakeasy Interviews. I am super excited to be talking to you guys today. And listen, we got a real topic. We got some real that we need to talk about today. So those who are catching this via the replay, I always greatly appreciate you guys. Come on in, share out the broadcast. Yes, connect. I am appreciative of having you here. Hey, Jacqueline. Hey, Fatima. Guys, you guys know that on the Speakeasy podcast, we talk about the behind the scenes of what it is to be a speaker or an author. God, and you saw the title, right? Y'all saw the title, so y'all know we gonna get real. We gonna have a hashtag real talk moment, a couple of them today, because guess what? Social media is either your best friend or a jilted lover, and that's just real. And authors and speakers, I think you do it like horribly wrong on so many different levels because literally you just don't know what you're doing. You just don't know what you're doing. So first and foremost, let me say hey to all my replay viewers. Hey, replay viewers. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget that even on the replay, your shares, your invites, your comments, and your reactions still matter. Hey, Tyler. So Tyler, it doesn't say that I can bring you in as of yet. Are you on your laptop or are you on your phone? If you're on your laptop, I need you to be on your phone. Hey, Tanya May. Hey, Mama Nelly. I see Sharon. Hey, Francesca. How are you? Guys, let's just be real. We doing it all wrong. When it comes to social media, we kind of playing around with it. We do some stuff, we don't do others. We go live and it's crazy, guys. It's bananas. But the reality is, as an author or as a speaker, you need a social media plan. Oh my goodness. I cannot stress this enough. Why? Y'all all know we get the inbox message, hey, I just published a book. You should buy it. No, that's creepy. That's like walking up to somebody and saying, hey, I want your drawers. That in my mind, it's along the same lines. Literally, you're not going to walk up to somebody. Now, some people will. Let's just be honest. Let's be real. Some people will do it and are bold enough to, go up to somebody and say, hey, nothing less. But the reality is that when we don't have a social media strategy, guys, that's what it sounds like you're doing. You're walking up to somebody and saying, hey, I want your drawers. Just give me the drawers. That's it. So, hey, Tyler, how are you?
I am doing amazing. How are you?
I'm doing great. So Tyler is on today. She is our special guest on the Speakeasy podcast. And I'm excited because when it comes to social media, let's just be real. Folk doing it wrong.
They're doing it wrong.
Yeah, let's just be real. Y'all know I'm transparent. Y'all know we gonna do hashtag real talk. Listen, you're doing it wrong. You out here looking crazy.
Yes.
And so, first tell them a little bit about yourself, Tyler, and then we'll get into our questions and conversation for today.
Okay, perfect. Hey, y'all. I'm so excited to be here. So, like she said, my name is Tyler Jackson, and I am the owner of Trove Branding Consultants, and we do social media management for small businesses, entrepreneurs, brands, and influencers. So I have been in business for over 1.5 years, and honestly, I did it in the corporate world. I saw how it worked, and I really wanted to be a resource to entrepreneurs and small businesses. So I love what I do. And like she was saying, there definitely has to be a strategy behind it. And I'm so excited to be able to talk about it a little bit more today.
Yes. So let's be real. We're going to go all the way in, y'all. Why? Because my fellow authors, my fellow entrepreneurs, my fellow speakers, come on. We got to do better. We can't be going and doing a post and tagging 99 people.
Yeah.
We got to do better.
Yeah. That definitely looks spammy. Don't want to be tagging everyone. But yeah, for
now, this is the thing. I always tell you guys, I know that as an author and as a speaker, a lot of times they don't really see themselves as an entrepreneur, especially in the beginning, because that was never something that's explained in the beginning processes. But what is always that first tip that you give any entrepreneur when it comes to their social media?
The first tip I always give everyone is consistency, because typically when I do audits, when I get on people's pages, when I'm talking to people, I look at their pages and there's no consistency. They show up when they want to show up. And if you want to sell your products, you have to show up every single day. You know, Apple, McDonald's, all these large brands, they're showing up every single day. We're seeing their commercials, their emails 10 times a day. So you have to be visible. You know, the online world is super fast paced. We're in a generation where everything is about instant gratification. So if you're not constantly showing up, then you can't sell your products. You're not going to grow. So consistency.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. So I know that for me, for those of you that have been following me for some time, you know that that has been like my thing. For the longest time, you knew you could find me in the morning for morning press. You could find me for speakeasy, usually around the 2 o'clock hour. Guys, consistency is so important, but not just consistency in showing up, but consistency in your brain.
Exactly.
Ooh,
Exactly.
can we talk about it?
Yes. Let's talk about it. Brand awareness. Brand awareness.
Whew.
You want to make sure, you know, everything is uniform. People know who you are. People can tell when your product is showing up. It's you. You want to make sure everything looks the same. Your names are the same across the board on all platforms. All of that, all of those things are going to build your brand awareness, because we know when we see an Apple product, we know when we see, you know, whoever, we know when we see these popular people because they have built their brand awareness. So yeah, girl.
Now, see, the other thing is, and I know this is a big one, especially on Instagram. I see this one a lot. I don't see it on Facebook as much, but on Instagram with the private accounts.
Yes.
But business account.
This is what I say. If your account is private, it's basically like saying your business is closed. Like, your doors are closed. People can't get to you. Like I said, it's about instant gratification. If I'm on Instagram and I'm looking for something, which I do all the time, I look for products, I look for clothes, I look for photographers, I look for other people to network with. And if I can't get to your product easily and see what you do or what you offer, then like I'm going to the next thing.
Exactly.
Because by the time you accept it, I'm going to be forgot about you. So
you either hot or you not.
Yes, exactly.
You either hot or you're not, because the reality is that we as authors and speakers, we're always promoting ourselves, our courses, we're always promoting our books. But okay, if you're always promoting and you're not getting any engagement, it's because maybe the only ones that can see your page is your auntie and your grandma.
Exactly. And it's like, what are you hiding? You want to sell your stuff, so you need to show up. And, you know, and I know a lot of people, I think their biggest, what I hear is, you know, they don't want everybody in their business, or they're scared about putting too much out there. But like you said, you are an entrepreneur. You can definitely have balance. I don't put my whole life on social media. I show what I want to show, and most of it is going to be my services and my products in some way, shape, or form. So you definitely can have that balance.
Exactly. And I mean, I tell my kids laugh because they go, but Mom, you have all these followers and you're going to post it. I don't post everything on Facebook.
Nope.
I don't post everything on social media. No, I smile a lot on social media. I have 4 teenagers. I don't always smile. Some days are a lot more interesting than others. Yes, let's be real.
Exactly.
But you want to make sure that people can see you.
Exactly.
They can't. I mean, if they can't see you, then how are they going to buy from you?
Exactly. And I always tell people, you're not even really selling a product or a service, because everyone has, you know, there's so many different social media managers, social media companies. I'm selling myself more than anything. And what's great about that is I get to attract who I want to work with and people that I can serve to the best of my ability. So I tell people, be yourself, be authentic. You're going to attract the people that you're supposed to attract, especially authors, because you have a specific niche of people that you are writing for. So if you're able to show up authentically and be yourself, then you're going to attract your tribe, and they're going to be loyal and they're going to consistently buy your book. So that's definitely the name of the game.
Exactly. And so, guys, so many times we're running through the world trying to, impress. No, it's not about impressing anybody. It's about connecting with the right people. It's about being the best version of you and people connecting with you because of that. I know
Exactly.
that I always get, this is the other one that I always get is, but how do you get followers? And, how do you build your tribe, and how do you build your community? You show up.
Exactly. Number one. First and foremost. And I think people, you're like, oh, well, I don't have the best pictures, and I don't have this, and I don't have that. All those things will come. You can work on that. I didn't start off with great images and great captions and great this or that, but I showed up every day, and you get better, and you figure out what your audience wants to see, what they want to hear, and you go from there. It's all about listening to your audience, and I think really adding value. I think that's where people really miss the mark when it comes to growing their followers and getting engagement, is they're not adding value. They're just posting a picture and going about their day. But there needs to be some meat behind it, something that people can relate to, and they're like, that clicks with them. They're like, wow, this is great. I want to see what this person has to say next. So adding value definitely is super important.
Yeah, because guess what? Everybody can post a picture.
Exactly.
I can post pictures all day.
Exactly. And I think that's why the algorithms have changed for Instagram and Facebook. And a lot of people hate them, but I love it. Because that means you have to actually create good content. You can't just post a picture 5 times a day, be the first one to show up, and everybody likes it. You have to actually post images that are getting engagement, and that's how you are going to get, visibility in the algorithm now.
Exactly. And, people always talk about, now we have the posts that come out that say, oh my goodness, the algorithms have changed, and I only see about 10 people on my page. Please say hi so I can. No, that sounds like a jilted lover, does it not?
Exactly.
That sounds like a jilted lover.
Exactly.
I miss you. I can't go on without you. Please just answer my text.
Exactly. Exactly. Like, I know I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, but please come on and, like my pictures anyway. Doesn't work like that. So.
Exactly. And so that was why you guys saw that the title for this particular episode was literally social media is either your best friend or your jilted lover. Mm-hmm. You either know how to engage or you don't.
Exactly.
Your best friend, even if y'all argue and fight, 2 days later, you're fine and the world is right again. Mm-hmm. But that jilted lover, you don't know if that's going to be a fatal attraction. You don't know if they're going to show up at the job. Or what's going to happen.
Exactly. And that's where, authentic, I can't even say it today. That's where you want to be authentic to your audience, because that is what's going to, that's what I feel like people try to act like somebody else and do what they see other people doing. But you have to be yourself, because that's what people are going to connect to. So, yeah.
Exactly. And so they're saying authenticity, absolutely. Yes, you must add value. I know that's right, Kiera.
It does not work.
Yes, hello. Thank you guys for coming in. So right now I have Miss Tyler Jackson on. And she does social media management. And you guys know that we've been talking about the behind the scenes of what it is to be a speaker and author. And social media is a big piece of it, because social media plays such a huge part in making the right connections, in Listen, my biggest one that has been such a stickler for me is social proof. You can tell me everything in the world. You can tell me that the world is round and that there is stars in the sky, but if you don't have something to show it, all you're doing is blowing hot air.
Exactly. Exactly. And I think that's what's really cool about social media. It is a platform where we can, broadcast our skills without, of course, they need to be on our website, but that gives people that immediate, that immediate gratification where they can see what you do and what your results and that's something that people need to be showing up consistently showing for sure. Because people, want to know that you're credible. So why would they work with you if you have no social proof and haven't proved anything,
Exactly. So you look like Casper, like he just showed up.
Yes, yes, like here I am. So yeah.
So now let's be honest. Okay, listen, the gloves is off, y'all. The gloves is off. I know everybody cannot get professional pictures done. I don't like taking pictures. I don't. I dread taking pictures. But everybody needs some type of professional-ish type picture on your social media. All of your social media pictures should not be the jail pose. Not if it's for business.
No. And y'all, let me tell y'all what I do and what a majority of my friends do, because I have a lot of people in my network who are bloggers. So they need to have, fashion posts on a regular basis. They take the pictures themselves. I have a tripod. I take my pictures myself with a self timer if I need to. I've only had one photo shoot in the past year. I need to get a new one for 2018. But for the most part, I take my pictures myself. And a lot of people think that's extreme, but I'm showing up and I know the value that my content holds and the importance of it. Like I said, it's something that you kind of gradually get towards. And if you can't, don't have a tripod, you can get a friend to do them with your phone, just something real simple. Something though.
Exactly. We're not saying that it has to be Victoria's Secret model ready.
Exactly.
But we don't want any more bathroom selfies. Let's just be real. We're not saying that you got to be ready to, be on the stage with Tyra. But we don't want to see your thumb.
Exactly.
Let's just be real.
Girl. Yeah. It's all about credibility. Like, I mean, would you want to work with someone or buy from someone that's taking selfies in the bathroom? Probably not. You probably want to think they're too credible, So it's
exactly
about quality.
Exactly. So what is it that you want to portray to your audience, to your target, to your client, to that reader? What is it that you want to portray to them? That's what they should see.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some people go a little extreme with it, and, to each his own. But make sure that you're appealing to the audience that you're trying to be in front of.
Exactly.
And so I know that taking the whole picture, getting the whole makeup done, doing the photo shoot, that is one of those things that I just struggle with.
Yes, girl, I understand.
Now, guys, we know that literally when it comes to social media, and we said it's either a best friend or a jilted lover. The wrong message on social media can be sent so easily. We know that literally social media is, at anything at any point can go viral. It can be a video you did. It can be you dancing. It can be you falling and busting your lip. It can be you going and falling through a glass door. I mean, at this point, anything can pretty much go viral. Mm-hmm. But that also means that the words that we speak out our mouths, woo, we got to get a second opinion sometimes.
Yes.
Michelle Obama even says, you might want to look at that before you tweet it out. You
Mm.
might want to look at that before you share it. And so have you had to go down any of your clients' timeline and say, hide that, make that private, delete that?
You know, luckily I have not, but I see it all the time. And it's just like, what are you doing? Like, that's not going to get you any of the results that you're looking for at all. But I feel like people are doing better. People are doing better for the most part. But yeah, you have to think about it as a business. You know, would you go into the workplace and say, if you're not going to go into a regular workplace and say something like that, then don't put it on social media, you know?
Ooh, you better say that.
With them, just don't do it. Don't do it. Like I said, there has to be balance. Everything isn't for social media.
Exactly.
So.
And she just made the bet. Y'all didn't hear it. I'm going to repeat it for the cheap seats in case you didn't hear it. Hyla said, if you're not willing to go into your boss office and say what you putting on social media to your boss, go on, leave that off your page.
Yep. And you know what? Before I started my business, I worked in recruiting. So, you know, I could look up anybody's page in 5 seconds. You know, there's very little information you need. Everything that's on your resume can be easily transferred to find your social media. So that would be the first step that I took to see, you know, what they're putting on social media. And yeah, I definitely saw some crazy stuff that was inappropriate, and of course they did not move forward. So you just never know who's looking. You never know. And the stuff that's on the internet is going to be here for years. So you're leaving, you know, your carbon footprint on the World Wide Web. So you have to be careful.
Yeah, definitely. So there's so many, you know, aspects to it. Why is it so important for you to either have a clear strategy or have someone like you that can say, okay, yes, heck no.
Mm-hmm.
That's why.
Because it's a business, and a lot of people, they have so many talents and so many skills, and they want to get them out there. They want to sell them, but they don't want to do the business aspect behind it. And if you want to sell your products, you know, you need to be looking at, you know, what content you're going to be posting every week, what captions you're going to have, what call of actions you're going to have, where you're going to send them, what kind of trail you're going to send them to buy your products, and what you're going to say, how you're going to present it. I mean, I've tried it before myself. If you're just, you know, posting on there randomly, you know, anything you want to, it's probably not going to get you the results that you want them you to get. So, it's just all about having a plan. Life is about having a plan, you know. I've been, you know, thinking about it since for the new year, and we have these huge plans, and there's like a lot of pressure to achieve all this stuff by January 1st, but we have the whole year to achieve all these things. This is just about daily habits and what you're doing and making sure that you're showing up every day with a plan. So yeah, it's a business. If you want to see results and you want to really map it out, you have to be strategic.
Awesome. And now, so you also talk about you work with influencers.
Mm-hmm.
Please explain to the audience what an influencer is, because I think some of them got it wrong.
Okay. So now, you know, there's two different kind of influencers. So typically an influencer, they're going to have a large amount of followers. You can be, you know, an influencer that does have a large amount. Now they have what they call micro influencers, anywhere from about 2,000 to 10,000 followers. And an influencer is anyone who has impact on people, you know, anyone who can say something or post something, and they have an engaged audience who actually, you know, listens to what they say. That is what you would call influencers. So, you know, these people, they're making a living mostly by, you know, partnering with brands and just living their lives, making an influence on other people. So, yes.
Exactly. Yes, an influencer, everybody is not.
No, the key to it is having a large engaged audience or following.
Exactly.
That's the key.
Exactly. And I know that you guys have seen a lot with on social media, especially on Facebook. There are a lot of videos that have been going
Mm-hmm.
viral of different people, and you're like, okay, so is that considered an
No,
influencer? What is there? What are they doing?
no,
And you know, some people, it's just their personality. They bring on a lot of people. Some people, it's the content, and that's where they're getting all their, followers from. Some people, it's because they half naked. Let's just be real.
yep.
Yeah, let's just be honest. Some they half
You're
naked, and
right.
that's what brings all the. I mean, everybody's going to show up for what they want to see. Y'all know I'm transparent now.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, so they're going to show up for what they want to see. But we always have to keep in mind is that's fleeting, because a lot of people that have all of those numbers, tell them, Tyler, they got all them numbers, but they got zeros in their bank account
Exactly.
before the.
Exactly. So I tell people all the time, like, you can buy followers. If you want to have 100,000 followers, you can. I think it's like $50. Like, you can buy followers. But
She said it's like $50. Wait a minute.
I think it's like $50 or something like that. You can literally
What?
Google how to buy followers, where to buy followers, and I think it's like $50, $100. It's. I mean, you can do it, but the thing is, people can tell. First of all, you can buy likes. People can tell though. And someone asks, "How do you work with brands?" First of all, brands can tell whether you have an engaged audience or not. If you have 100,000 followers and you're getting 100 likes on a post, then you don't have an engaged audience. If nobody's commenting, but you have all these followers, you don't have an engaged audience, and they're not going to want to work with you, because you can post their products, but they're probably not going to sell, because once again, your audience isn't engaged with you. So yeah, there's plenty of people with lots of followers who aren't making money because they don't have a strategy, or they. Let me think how to put this.
It's okay. You can be transparent. Go ahead. I see you
think.
want to say it. It's right there on the tip of your tongue.
I just, people, there's lots of people with lots of followers who
She's trying to find a way to say it.
Yeah, they're just not real. They're not real followers. They're not engaged followers. Like you said, when they're half naked, anybody will follow you, but that doesn't mean that you have influence. So that's where, like I said, adding value comes in and doing the work. So, and somebody asked,
that's it, and that's important.
Yeah, I was going to answer the question, how do you link up with the brands? You want to make sure, like I said, you have an engaged following. Make sure you have a media kit or a press kit, and you can pitch brands yourself. You can hire someone to pitch brands for you. And sometimes, people will reach out to you if you're, really showing up consistently.
Definitely. I know that, especially when I was doing Periscope, I just, it's been interesting.
Yeah.
It's a love-hate relationship.
I never
but I
jumped on the
haven't
Periscope.
but I had people who would literally just send me an inbox, send me a message on Facebook and say, hey, I saw you on Periscope. I see that you have a good following. Hey, can we talk about, you mentioning my brand when you go live and things. I mean, people will reach out to you, honestly. They definitely will. Some will say, I have an amount that I would like to pay you, or they'll give you, something, as a deal, or, as a business deal between the two of you. But yeah, it's you gotta be careful though.
Exactly, because there are definitely people who are looking to take advantage of other people. There's a lot of scams and things going around, so you definitely have to be careful. I loved YouTube. I started a YouTube channel 7 years ago, and I haven't posted a video in a year, but I still have people contacting me to send me products and wanting to collab. So it's awesome if you really, have that foundation. But yeah, once again, I've heard some horror stories from other YouTubers who, were really big, that had a huge following, and they would get these partnerships with brands, and the brands would send them like a wig, and then the brands would make like thousands of dollars, and all they did was send like the YouTuber a wig. So
Exactly.
you have to it's your business, have contracts in place, have everything in place behind the scenes, so when somebody contacts you, a brand contacts you, if they really want to work with you, they're going to pay you what you want, and what you deserve. So you have to have all those numbers ironed out. That's why you need to have a press kit, a media kit, tell them what you can provide, and move forward that way.
Exactly. And I think that was a great reason why I wanted you to, tell people the difference between the influencers, because they've gotten so accustomed and used to an influencer being somebody with 100,000 followers that they forget that you can have 5,000 followers, active followers, and be an influencer.
Exactly. And I think that's why brands are leaning more towards the micro influencers. I actually listened to a podcast. Her name is Julie Solomon. She's a blogger, and she was talking about how micro influencing is becoming a huge thing, because these larger influencers with these larger followings are working with anybody, like Flat Tummy Tea, and then that like waters down your credibility. Like, why would a quality brand want to work with you after you've been working with Flat Tummy Tea and everybody else, So
Exactly.
they're leaning towards micro influencers because they have engaged audiences, and they can have like long lasting relationships, because that's what you ultimately want. You don't want to partner with somebody one time and then like never hear from them again. You want it to be a relationship where you both get something out of the end of the deal.
Exactly. And Maya just said it. She said, "Yep, it waters down the brand." And you got to think about it. Let's be honest. We said either the best friend or the jilted lover.
Mm-hmm.
The man or the woman that is walking around bitter. Do you want to be bothered with them?
Nope.
You don't.
Nope.
You like, oh, they need a hug. They need some help, or a hug me jacket. Like, I don't want that.
Exactly.
And guess what? There's people looking at your social media and saying the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, you bitter.
Yep.
You bitter, you petty. You on team petty, you bitter. Or all you doing is posting cat videos. But you say that you're an entrepreneur.
Oh, I looked at somebody's page today. It was last night. That was an entrepreneur. There was nothing in the bio that said they were an entrepreneur, nothing on their page that said they were an entrepreneur. And I was just like, I don't really know what's going on. But yeah,
Yep.
it's all about just showing up and actually, taking it seriously, taking it like a business, handling it like a business. So
Exactly. And you know what? I think in the beginning, now I'll listen. I'll give y'all a bone. I'll give you a bone. Y'all know I'm real. I'm transparent. I know. In the beginning, everybody was still trying to handle that transition from it being the social, connect with college and high school and middle school students, to it being a business platform.
mm-hmm.
And that was okay in the beginning. It is 2018.
Yeah.
Social media is so much more than social media. It is your marketing. It is your networking. It's your profit strategy.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many businesses now that literally do their whole business through social media.
Exactly.
They do courses and everything like that. So there's so many opportunities, but you need a strategy.
Exactly. I mean, there are entrepreneurs making, seven figures online easily. So if you put in the work, it's definitely doable. No overhead, no, brick and mortar if you don't want to. So, yeah, just have that strategy. They've given us all the tools, they've given us the business profiles with the analytics. You can see how many people are following you, what posts are doing the best, what times are doing the best. There's all these tools that you can use to plan your posts. and to plan your strategy to make content. You don't have to pay for it. There's so much free, so many free tools. And then if you don't know how to use it, you can get on YouTube. If you don't want to pay someone to do it, you can, figure it out. So just, there's really no excuse for not showing up.
Exactly. At this point, you just heard
Yeah.
Tyler tell you have no excuse.
It's either you want it or you don't want it. Like you either kind of want it or you want it. So, and I want it. I'm gonna be showing up every day. Okay.
Exactly. I got things to do. Exactly. We got things to do. So we got things to do. We can't be showing up and just any old thing thinking that it's going to be all right. No, it's not. No. What's your image?
Just gonna, people are just gonna start buying from you
right here.
And what I also like to tell people is be consistent for at least 90 days. A lot of people want to be consistent for like a couple weeks. They don't see the results they're getting, and then they want to quit. You have to show up every single day. At least anytime you're doing something, you have to at least stick it out for 90 days just to see any kind of results. So yeah, if it's going to be discouraging in the beginning, you're not going to see results immediately. It's not instant gratification for us on our side. So you have to really, put in the work and show up. I honestly just started working on my social media consistently, probably over the past 6 months, because I was so in tune to my client social media. I didn't really show up on mine enough, but I've seen, amazing growth and made amazing connections just within the past 6 months by being really laser focused on my content and putting out things every day. So it's definitely doable. But like I said, it didn't happen overnight. It took, at least that first 90 days to figure out what was working, what wasn't working.
And I think, again, like I said in the beginning, as an author, as a speaker, you are an entrepreneur. Please stop coming out in these internet streets thinking that I can just post a picture of my book and everybody's going to flock to Amazon.
Yep, exactly. What I like with authors, I like when, they give a little snippet. They talk about their book. They, show us exactly how we're going to get value from the book. That's what I love to see. And like I said, adding value, that's for all entrepreneurs across the board. But like I said, a lot of people, we're so talented, but a lot of people don't understand the business side. And if you want to be successful and you don't understand something, hire somebody who does. Like that's going to save you a lot of headache, because you're either going to pay in money or you're going to pay in time and mistakes, and you can't get back time. You can't get back time. So you can either waste a year of your time trying to figure out stuff, or you can pay somebody and get results immediately. So yeah,
exactly. And when we look back over the beginning, and I'm sure you can do the same thing, when you look back at the beginning stages of putting together your business and focusing on your social media and looking at your own social media, what was some of the things that you were just like, when you look back on it now, you're like, I don't know what the heck I was thinking that
I didn't have a plan. I did not have a plan. I was just posting anything when I felt like it, how I felt like it. I wasn't consistent. I wasn't adding any value to anybody. When I wanted to sell, when I first started my business and I wanted to get more clients, or I would be like accepting new clients, and people don't care about that. Like they don't care about that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I had to, do the work and actually add value to what I did was I started showing my results. And that's how people started, what you said about social proof. I started showing my results, and that's what kind of started drawing people in to want to work with me. So yeah, girl, I was just posting anything. Pictures weren't quality, posting pictures of food and all kind of stuff. Like, I'm not a food blogger. Like, it's cute, but why do I need to post a picture of my food? I don't. So yeah, you just have to think about what is your goal. Everything I post has a goal to it, even if it's just like a picture of me sitting down, doing whatever. I'm either, trying to connect with my audience in my caption or through my image,
Mm-hmm.
or it might be a picture of, you know, a product, and I'm trying to get them to go to my website, and I have a call to action. Everything has a purpose.
Exactly, exactly. I know for me, when it came to social media, so I already put this disclaimer out there that I don't like photos.
Yes.
And I had to do my first, business photos. I was excited. I had a wig on and everything. I thought I was tossed to the side. I was that girl.
Mm-hmm.
And so I look back at the pictures now, and one of the pictures, everybody has that picture where they're kind of standing off to the side, and it may be like a gray scale, background. And I was like, and I said it out loud and laughed at myself. I said, I look like I was about to do one of those posters for pregnancy.
Oh, that is so funny.
Oh my goodness, what was I thinking?
Girl,
Oh
we all have a couple of those. I still go,
so it's not just me.
It's not just you. We all have a couple of those. I've had my Instagram page since like 2012. So girl, 5 years ago, there's all kind of crazy stuff. But that's why we have the archive feature and the delete feature, so we can get it off of there. That can be fixed.
Oh my goodness, it's horrible. I look back at my first photos, and I was just like, and I used those on everything. I was just like, oh my God, nobody said anything. Y'all just let me go out here in these streets.
But the thing is, you showed up, and that's a goal. You can get better. You can fix your pictures. You can upgrade or whatever. But the key is showing up, because I'm sure you were still doing your thing and still, getting results. Yeah. Even then.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
As long as you're showing up.
Pregnancy poster and everything. I just
another mistake. I was gonna say another mistake that I made in the beginning, early on social media, was looking at what everybody else is doing.
Yes.
That was a huge problem for me, because you see these people who have all these followers, they look like they're successful, and
exactly.
You're trying to do what they do, and blah, 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 blah. And when I started focusing on myself and actually doing the work instead of spending all day looking at what other people were doing, that's when I started seeing results.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and
laser
oh my
focus
goodness,
on
that
work.
For when I started doing the stuff with unicorns, and so a part of my brand is, they call me the unicorn. Mm-hmm. I think different, and you can definitely see I act different, I speak different. It's just me. That's me. I giggle a good percentage of the time. That's just me.
Yes.
And people were and they were like, ain't you too old to like unicorns? Hold please.
Wait a minute.
There's no age limit when liking anything. It's your life. But I really had people that were just like, oh, and what is this whole unicorn thing about? But then I had other people that embraced it. Like I have people who it's a part of my brand. People will tag me in unicorn posts and send me stuff. I get all types of unicorn everything. I mean, from mugs to planners to literally. Matter of fact, did I put the planner over here? Yeah. Someone sent me this.
I love it. That's what happens.
Simply
show us authentic.
That's it. And they know that's me. That's my personality. When they meet me in person, that's still my personality. It doesn't change. But I see so many other people that are trying to be, they're trying to be starched and ironed and fit into this bubble. I don't fit into a bubble.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I've definitely felt the pressure to, be a certain way and conform. But, I'm from Alabama. I'm kind of country, a little bit ratchet. So you never know what you're going to get on my social media. You never know. Like, it is what it is.
Whatever flows.
So, but I attract the people that I have my dream clients. I love working with them. We are friends. We work together great. We're business partners. And it's because, I show up as myself. I wouldn't want it any other way. And I was just thinking, like, I'm so glad that I don't have to be fake anymore. Like when I worked in the corporate world,
Woo.
I get to work with who I want to work with, and the right people are forming. The wrong people, they go to whoever else. So
I ain't even worried about them because they wasn't for me, and that's all right. Come on.
Exactly. Because this is probably a headache anyway. Like, I know it's a headache. So
It does. And you know what? I think there are so many people that they try so hard to fit into that persona that they end up drained, burned out, and discouraged.
Real quick. Quickest way to do it. Quickest way. Yep. I'm so happy every day. Like, I really enjoy what I do and who I work with. So I'm able to really just do be the best I can be every single day. Like, it's amazing. So
yes, indeed. Oh my goodness, guys! Have you loved the conversation today? I love the conversation today.
It was good.
I'm always telling my clients, if y'all better stop tagging people in posts. I'll beat you. I will come to your home with my belt. Don't do it. Or, sending people stuff in their inbox. Stop that.
Exactly.
They got Messenger for that. Just use Messenger bot. Stop that. But, really taking it and see, there are options out there. If you want to sell to people in their inbox, they have Messenger bots.
Yes.
You can use that. But going and just randomly coming into my box and say, hey, I published a book this week and you should go buy it.
And the thing about that is you want to, just like I also did sales in college. So, I was in sales. You have to build some rapport before you start trying to sell to somebody, like engage with them, like their pictures, get to know them, actually build a relationship. And then you go into, selling your product.
Exactly. I tell people all the time, listen, we started off the broadcast with it. Coming into somebody's inbox and just saying, buy my stuff is literally the same as you walking up to somebody in the street and saying, I want your drawers. I want to have sex with you. I don't know you. I don't know if it's going to be good. I don't know. But that's what I want.
Yes.
Oh, that's
not a good idea. It definitely turns people off.
Exactly.
It
definitely does. So I always, we talked about some things that you have gone through along this process. I want to make sure that people know how they can get in contact with you, because a couple people have asked how to get in contact with you, and where to find you on social media.
Yes. So all of my social media is at Tyler, Tyler, Denae, Denae. And my business is Trove Branding. That's Trove Branding. I'll leave the website in the comments below so everyone can get to it, because it's kind of long. But yeah, and right now I just did a branding checklist, and it kind of goes over everything we just talked about. It's a free download, so I'll link that below. Download it, get your social media together, so you can start selling.
Yes, let's do better. Let's do better. Yes. Hashtag do better.
Yes.
That's going to be. That's what we're going to do for this year. Do better.
Yes.
Because guess what, guys? Y'all know that I love doing this podcast. I love being able to connect with all the different people and, bringing you the different aspects of what it is to be an author, a speaker. Yes, social media is a huge part of, what it means to be an author or a speaker. It's a huge part of, that success model that we're trying to all grab a hold of. And if you're doing it wrong, listen, you will have crickets each and every time. So I appreciate you guys. Those of you that are authors and speakers, if you would like to be on the podcast, bit.ly/speakeasy podcast. That's bit.ly/speakeasy podcast in order for you to pick a time. And then also, for those of you catching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. All you replay viewers, I appreciate you guys. And until next time, don't forget to press it out. Love you guys.
Bye. Thank you.